Advanced Python tutorial. The 3 key controls for loops, break, continue, and else. Today, we'll dive into how to precisely control the execution flow of for loops. This video will be divided into 3 parts. 1. The break statement, used to immediately stop the loop, such as when a specific element is found or an error occurs. 2. The continue statement, used to skip the current iteration and proceed to the next one, such as when certain conditions are not met. 3. The else clause, often used to check whether a loop completes without interruption. In this session, we'll explain each topic step by step and walk you through practical examples and key points to help you master them effortlessly. Break, immediately exit the entire loop. Common use cases. Searching for a specific element and stopping immediately. Exiting early when certain conditions are met. Interrupting the loop to handle exceptions. Example, finding the first passing grade. Key points. The scores list contains multiple grades. Check if a score is greater than or equal to 60 to determine if it meets the passing standard. Once a passing grade is found, use break to immediately exit the loop. Even if there are other passing grades later in the list, they won't be checked. This is because we are only interested in finding the first passing grade. Continue, skip the current iteration and move to the next. Common use cases. Filtering out data that doesn't need processing. Skipping over special cases. Simplifying nested conditional logic. Example, processing only even numbers and skipping odd numbers. Key points. The numbers list contains consecutive integers from 1 to 5. Check if number %2, the remainder when dividing by 2, is not equal to 0, to identify odd numbers. When an odd number is encountered, continue skips the current iteration and proceeds to the next. Finally, all even numbers in the list are printed. Else, check if a loop completes normally. Common use cases. Verifying if a search or process was completed. Determining if the loop was interrupted by break. Performing specific actions only if the loop completes successfully. Example, checking for failing grades. Key points. The loop checks each grade to see if it's failing. If a failing grade is found, break immediately exits the loop, and the else block will not execute. If all grades are checked and none are failing, the else block executes. The else block serves as a confirmation mechanism for complete checks. Advanced techniques. Skipping under specific conditions and breaking under others. Key points. Use continue to skip all negative numbers. Use break to stop processing when encountering excessively large numbers. Combine these control statements to manage complex flow. The else block executes only if break is not used. Common pitfalls. The else clause doesn't execute after break, but it does for an empty loop. Key points. For an empty list, empty_list, the loop doesn't perform any iterations. Since break is never reached, the else block executes. When using else, be cautious of scenarios involving empty lists. Share your learning insights. How do you use these control statements to optimize your code? Share your experiences in the comments. If you have questions or thoughts, feel free to leave a comment. Let's learn and grow together. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to follow me. More Python tutorials are waiting for you.